This is Job chapter 8, verse 7 from the King James Version. These words are spoken by a man named Bildad. He is speaking to Job, a man who has been struck by severe loss and suffering. Job has lost his children, his wealth, and his health. He sits in grief, trying to understand why this has happened, while his friends speak around him. Bildad believes Job's suffering must have a clear cause, and he urges Job to seek God and return to what is right. In that pressure-filled moment, Bildad speaks a sentence meant to point Job toward hope and restoration. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. Let those words settle. A small beginning can still be real, and God is not limited by what looks small. In the story of Job, this verse sits inside a conversation, not a celebration. Job is not looking at a fresh start. He is living through the wreckage of his life. His friends are trying to explain his pain, and some of what they say is not careful enough. They speak too quickly, as if suffering always has a simple explanation. But this line captures something many people understand. There are seasons where life becomes small. Small can mean fewer resources. Small can mean weaker strength. Small can mean a narrowed world, where you're only trying to make it through the day. Bildad tells Job that a small beginning does not have to be the final chapter. He says, "Yet thy latter end should greatly increase." The single core truth here is this: what is small right now does not define what comes after. The verse does not promise an easy path. It does not explain the timing. It does not say how the increase will come. It simply places this quiet contrast in front of Job, beginning and latter end, smallness and increase. And for someone listening today, that contrast can steady the heart. If your life feels reduced right now, this verse gives language for hope without pretending the pain is not real. It makes room for the possibility that God can rebuild what has been diminished. Not because the present moment is strong, but because God can carry a life forward beyond its smallest place. You can picture Job sitting in the dust, surrounded by voices, with grief close to his body. And you can picture this one sentence landing in that heavy air, like a reminder that the story is not finished. If you are in a small beginning, you do not have to force an outcome. You can simply let this verse name what you are in and leave room for what God may do and what comes after. Stay with this verse for a moment. Come back to it when the day feels narrowed and let it hold its quiet hope again. Subscribe to Jesus-DailyVerse for more calm scripture, shared day by day.